So EA just announced that College Football 26 beta is about to be released, and let's just say people are already pissed. All right, so let's get into it. Yeah, so EA literally tweeted out that there was a beta, and to be honest with you, it was a secret beta, and I didn't know nothing about it, and clearly a lot of people didn't know about it. But this is the funny thing, and again, I can't make this up. The beta, right, was given out to the Madden VIPs of the game. Madden, this is college football. Why are the Madden VIPs getting a taste of College Football 26 before it came out? We all know it's a different demographic. There's people that solely play Madden, there's people that solely play college football, and there's people that play a little bit of both. But at the end of the day, it blew my mind that they literally gave out a beta to not the people that put the most hours in on College Football 25, but to the VIPs of Madden, right? Now again, correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong, but that's exactly what they said, and it came right out of the main page and the main channel on Twitter. That's exactly what they said. Madden VIPs. Okay, so obviously that caused an uproar. People are really mad about that. But again, I'm not a hater. Congratulations to all the guys and gals that was able to get the game, the beta early. Okay, so by getting the beta early, first and foremost, this is what kind of cooled me down a little bit. Scott, last night, I guess he was anticipating, or of course he already knew that this was gonna come out, right? He said, betas are great for server testing. I'll get to that in a second. But that build is so old, I can't take much from it personally. So much has changed, and it's much older than what the community and press played. Just speaking for myself. Now he said speaking for myself, but first of all, he said the betas are great for server testing, right? Servers basically trying to figure out all those individuals that are able to test a game. They're obviously tomorrow, they're gonna hop on and play that game, and they want to test the servers. Hey, can we hold this many people right now? Okay. Now, speaking of the time frame, it starts obviously today. I said tomorrow, but it starts today at 11 a.m. So people, as of this video, are playing 26 beta early, and it ends June 8th at 11:59. They said what is included in the college football closed beta: the online dynasty with crossplay is optional, but that just confirms it is crossplay, so that's dope. And then road to the college football playoffs, which is head-to-head, and again, those both need really strong server. Okay, they need a really strong server to be active, to be able to play with that. And then it says dynasty progress for our dynasty players. Any progress made in online dynasty mode will reset after the College Football 26 closed beta. So obviously that was kind of self-explanatory. No one should expect to play a beta and then when they get on the game, when it comes out, well, let me phrase that. No, because that's on Call of Duty, you can do that. So I guess that's a good statement to put out there. Playbooks in the closed beta are not final and could be updated prior to worldwide launch. The team can't wait to share the gameplay and dynasty deep dives with the full feature details later this month. So obviously when they stress full, you know that there's obviously a lot of things that are not in that. So Scott already, which again, that's the boss man, he's already said that this is an old kit, so he's not really stressing it. It's more so for servers. And then of course, they come out and let you know that's not the meat and potatoes. Again, they said below are the questions to think about when reporting issues or providing feedback. What platform? This is also like blah, 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 right? I have it up on the screen. You can read it if you want to. It says the following details are extremely important: the game mode, the game style, game difficulty, team use. So they're basically just feeding you exactly what you need to know when you're about to report it, okay? And then the last thing I want to point out from the website, again, this is on the Campus Huddle. So if you go to College Football Direct, they have it right there for you to click on the College Football Huddle. And I guess I'll leave the link in the description if you want to see the full preview. I'll leave in the description. But it says the Dynasty team is interested in hearing what you have to say about the following changes to Dynasty mode: the coach progression, coach skills, location, and progression system. Okay, That is a lot to digest. So we know about the coach's progression, the coach skills location. I don't even know what that means. Are they talking about the way the DNA chart looks, where that is located? Not really sure about that. The progression system, that's going to be a huge one. You know, I felt like, you know, hitting certain achievements, there should have been more weight on others than there was beforehand. The progression wasn't bad, but when you're playing Dynasty Mode user, you know, we're trying to, we put it on the fastest. I know that's not necessarily the most popular thing, but we put it on the fastest because we want to get our coaches maxed out and just get into just focusing on playing. But I know that's a big one. It says, does the addition of the trophy room encourage you to play as other teams? So that's unique. Maybe there's some benefits by getting certain trophies. It says protected opponent's feedback. Protected opponent's feedback. Not sure what that means. It says dynamic deal breakers and dynamic traits. Do you feel the impact of the changes? Again, we don't know because I don't have the game in front of me. And again, they can't speak on it, so no one can publicly come out and speak on it. So again, we're not really sure about the dynamic deal breakers. Again, in my mind, I'm thinking about, hey, the first couple of weeks, they might be worried about playing time. Now they're playing. And then now in the second half of the season, they're worrying about, you know, championship contender, coach receives. Who knows? I'm using old deal breakers. Maybe there's new deal breakers. So again, that's something to keep in mind. Location-based visits. Do these impact your targeting decisions? Again, obviously there is something there that is I would like to know about. You know, that would be good to know. Not really sure about that. It says, do you sway more than last year now because of understanding how it works? Again, huge question mark. I don't even think I used sway at all last year, right? You know, it just based upon the research and the data that we had for 25, you know, you really didn't have to worry about swaying that much. But again, I don't know if you were the type of person that used sway. I know I didn't, so that's dope. And then another one that says wear and tear settings. How does that impact your players and your decisions around who to use? I'm not gonna lie, bro. If the wear and tear is not improved from last year, I'm cutting that thing off, dog. Like nobody, like people just out here trying to play. You know what I'm saying? Now, in the dynasty mode, in my dynasty league, we have wear and tear on. But it's frustrating because you're really limited on trying to find power backs. And again, I talked about that in my last video. If you have just the same system set up, everybody is just gonna go meta and look for a fast 96 speed power back. And then of course, a change of direction, platinum change of direction running back that you can just kind of use as a change of pace, because the wear and tear is absolutely ridiculous, especially like in your third, fourth year where everybody has on the defensive side has those platinum badges and you get hit one time and your dude is literally in the red or the bar is empty. God forbid you were a quarterback and you just decide to, you know, you get sacked once, then, you know, y'all know the gist. I'm not gonna be on long with that. So I hope that gets fixed, okay? Feedback about your crossplay is working for you. Okay, good. Now, road to the college football playoffs teams. Well, they would like to hear home field advantage. How impactful is it to you and what your thoughts are on it? So this might be crazy if they're going to implement home field advantage, because now that kind of sucks, right? Hopefully it doesn't impact it. If they're going to give, you know, a randomly selected individual home field advantage, you don't know, you get on the game, you play home and you're playing and you happen to be the away team and you're playing at Ohio State. You're like, dog, I'm already at a massive disadvantage now. So hopefully, how does that work for point systems if you win the game, right? That's my question. Like, is there a massive benefit for winning on the road? And then also, if you was to lose, how impacted are you going to be as far as dropping in the rankings to try to get, obviously, to the college football playoffs to win a championship? So that's something that I want to keep, that's my questions that I have and would like to be answered, okay? Now, again, man, Civ, you know, he had some stuff that he wanted to put out there, and I thought that was really good, so I wanted to add it. He said a few things about the College Football 26 beta. It seems to be invite only right now, given to people who are part of the Madden VIP program. I just talked about that. I think that's crazy. It's not a finished build. A dev mentioned here on Twitter the other day. Of course, the dev he's talking about is Sean. And he says, do not buy a beta code from someone. You will most likely get scammed. I agree. They're not giving out beta codes. It is literally just for Madden VIP program individuals. So if someone's talking about getting you a code and you can buy from them, don't do it. It's probably a scam. If you have the beta, you cannot post any footage of it. Of course, you know that. And it says EA is looking for feedback on the beta. If you're given feedback, given as much context as possible, it makes it much more likely issues get resolved, at least looked into. Okay, so when he tweeted that, this is crazy. CFB Direct came under him and commented, for clarity, the majority of invites went out to most engaged CFB players. Looking forward to the feedback. But this is the problem, okay? Madden VIPs are most likely heavily Madden players. I did not play Madden at all this year. Come on, guys, I ask you a question. How many Madden VIPs do you think played Madden when it came out? Right? Pretty much probably all of them, right? I personally have 2,274 hours on college football, right? 25. That is a lot of dang on hours, right? I would love to see what the hours of these quote unquote Madden VIP players had that were considered most engaged college football players. You can't be two things at once, correct? Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Last time I checked, you can only play one game at one time. I doubt people are playing Madden. Hey, I'm gonna play Madden for 2 hours, then I'm gonna play CFB for 2 hours, right? I mean, that might happen, but it's not gonna be like that. I'm pretty sure if you was to look at the individuals that got these VIP tickets, the VIP players that got the beta testing, I'm pretty sure they're nowhere near as close as some of these diehard college football 25 players. But that's just my input. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Is this fair? How excited are you? Does this make sense? But other than that, it's your favorite old head Uncle Demi. I'll be back really, really soon with a banger, man. You know, when I say back soon with a banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.